What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But in today's build video, I'm going to show you a Pestilence build to use right now in both PvP, PvE, and during this Golden Bullet global event. So I hope you enjoy, and yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this. So for the build breakdown, let's start off at the top with the specialization. I am using the Gunner specialization. Now the reason I am using the Gunner specialization is I want the armor on kill. That is primary for this build. Another cool thing is I get the RPMs on kill, but then I also get the bonus armor every time I pop an armor kit. Now, the cool thing about the gunner is also on every, I believe it's on every third reload, you get a faster reload time, which is perfect for this LMG. Which, the star of the show, here it is, the Pestilence. Now, this is the only weapon I'm going to showcase in this video, and it's the only weapon that matters. This is one of my top tier exotics to use in the Division 2 period. This is one of the best weapons in the game. Now, starting off with the damage, I'm only at 111.4k total damage. Now, just note, I am at 1.5 million armor, so that's why the weapon damage is a little low to some of you. Now, as far as the expertise, I am at expertise level 17 for this item, so that means it can go up another 5% to level 22. Now, as far as the attributes, I am at max LMG, damage targets out of cover, and damage to armor, but it's all about the talent Plague of the Outcast. Now, Plague of the Outcast is all about your weapon damage. Now, this weapon has nothing to do with status effects, so just remember that. It is all about your weapon damage and different multiplicatives and different buffs to help increase that weapon damage. So let's read it here. It says, hits will apply a debuff dealing 100% weapon damage over 10 seconds. Now this can stack up to 50 times. Now it says whenever an enemy dies with this debuff, all the stacks will transfer to another enemy within 25 meters. And it's amazing, truly. In the gameplay, I'll show you me in the dark zone, and I'm just doing like an exotic component farm run, and a landmark spawns on me as I'm opening up one of the chests. They almost kill me. I roll out of it, and I completely destroy everything in that landmark and pop the chest within seconds. This thing just clears the room out immediately, especially as the stacks move on to another enemy and another enemy. They keep stacking up until you hit max stacks, and nothing will, nothing can touch you as soon as they have the max stacks on them with this weapon. Players, NPCs, it really doesn't matter. Now, as far as my secondary and sidearm weapons, these are both just placeholders, okay? Now, my secondary I have on here is the Slayer. It's the holiday event item that you get. It's a named LMG, and it shoots out snowballs. It's pretty funny. And then for my sidearm, I have the backup boomstick. I've had both of these as my sidearm and secondary for years now. I think they're kind of like a part of the build. Now let's talk about the actual gear items. So everything is increased due to the backpack. So let's start there. We have the NinjaBike Messenger Bag. Now the NinjaBike Messenger Bag is one of the best exotic gear items in the game because it helps all build diversity. Now it comes with one of each core attribute, so a weapon damage, an armor core, and a skill tier. This means that this exotic is transparent and it can be used in anything. It can go into a damage build, an armor build, or a skill tier build, and it will still do the job. But what's also incredible about this backpack is the talent resourceful. So it slots in with any brand set or gear set to fulfill a set bonus. And the more the merrier. So it'll increase a set bonus to anything. So in this setup, we have 5 different items, right? We have a Y'all, Walker and Harris, a Heartbreaker, Overlord, and Petrov. Well, with the Ninja Bike, it doubles all of these. So I have 2 Y'all Gear, 2 Walker Harris, 2 Heartbreaker, 2 Overlord, and 2 Petrov. So I'm essentially doubling my gear set bonuses or brand set bonuses. Now, as far as the mod, I chose a armor on kill mod here to increase my armor on kill from the gunner specialization, because the pestilence, even when killing enemies with the pestilence, it will increase that armor on kill. So you kill one person with the pestilence, you get that armor back. Kill another one, armor back. So if you have 5 or 6 enemies under the plague of the outcast and they all die, you're getting the armor back from each of those kills. Armor on kill and the pestilence go hand in hand. It's amazing. Now let's deep dive into the other gear items. All of these either have something to do with multiplicative increases or weapon damage increases. So let's start off with the mask. We have the Hollow Man mask. This is the named Y'all Gear mask that comes with health damage as an attribute. Now, I have weapon handling on everything because the pestilence doesn't need crit or headshot or anything like that. All you need is high weapon damage, high multiplicative damage, and then weapon handling. Get your bullets on your target, get your stacks up, and let your pestilence ticks do the work for you. It's a damage over time debuff. So the more ticks you have downrange, you can sit in cover, reload, heal up, whatever, and those enemies will die over time due to your weapon. So what I'm doing is I'm focusing on things to increase that weapon damage or multiplicatives, and I'm focusing on weapon handling because even with that golden bullet buff activated, this thing is a straight laser beam. It's amazing. You can kill enemies from across the room, and whenever you scope in with the pestilence, you'll see the reticle shrink to maybe like, I don't know, maybe like a tenth of the size. It's incredible. Anyways, Hollow Man mask. This mask you can pick up in the DZ conflict or from a named item cache. Now the Y'all Gear brand set bonuses we get from this build, 10% hazard, but then also 5% weapon damage, which increases our pestilence ticks. Now, as far as the attributes, we have max weapon damage, or max armor, sorry, for the core attribute, max health damage, and then max weapon handling with that armor on kill mod. Going to the chest piece, we have Walker and Harris. Now, the Walker and Harris brand set bonuses we get for this build, 5% weapon damage and 5% armor damage. Both of those increases your pestilence ticks. Now, as far as the talent, we are using Unbreakable. I know a lot of you out there do not like using Glass Cannon, so for this one I chose Unbreakable to increase your survivability and overall sustainable DPS, because I know a lot of you, if you're running Glass Cannon and you get shot once, you want to run back into cover, where with this and having Unbreakable, you're able to face tank a lot more and get more of those pestilence ticks downrange. Now, as far as the attributes, we have max weapon damage for the core, max weapon handling, and then we have crit hit damage with a armor on kill mod. Now, just remember, the Unbreakable talent is different in PvP and PvE. So in the Dark Zone or Conflict, you're not going to get the 95% armor back from the Unbreakable like you would typically in PvE. So if I were to toggle this right here, you can see I'm sitting at 50% armor repair instead of 95%. So it's a big decrease in PvP. So just remember that. Next item is going to be the Heartbreaker. Now, having 2 pieces of Heartbreaker gives you 15% LMG damage, and this really helps out the Pestilence. Having this with Petrov is a no-brainer. Now, as far as the attributes, we have max armor for the core and max weapon handling. Going to the gloves, we have the Contractor's gloves. These are the named Petrov gloves with armor damage as a core attribute, or as a normal attribute, sorry. As far as the Petrov brand set bonuses for this build, we have 10% LMG damage, which helps out our Pestilence, but then also 10% weapon handling, which is what we wanted for this build regardless. So this is perfect. Now, as far as the attributes, we have max weapon damage for the core, that 8% armor damage, and then 8% weapon handling. And then finally, the last piece of the puzzle, Fox's Prayer knee pads. Now, the Fox's Prayer knee pads not only gives us damage targets at a cover, but it also gives us 20% accuracy from the Overlord Armament brand set bonus. Now, with this one, I have max armor for the core and then max weapon handling. So weapon handling and multiplicative damage all across the board with a high base damage, and boom, there you go, a perfect Pestilence build. But yeah. So as far as the skills, you can use whatever skills you want. Truly, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to fit your playstyle. So your skills, your secondary, and your sidearm are all up to your playstyle and how you want to tailor make your build. But as far as me, I'm just running around with the Banshee Pulse and Defender drone. I'm just face tanking whatever I can and letting the Pestilence ticks do all of the work. Now, as far as the stacks are concerned, let's talk about the weapon stats for the Pestilence. So we're starting off at 111.4k weapon damage. We're at 37.1k for PvP. 10 crit chance, 55 crit hit damage, and 85 headshot. Along with that, we have 19% armor damage, 10% health damage, and then don't forget about the damage to targets out of cover. Looking at the offensive tab, we're at 82% all weapons damage bonus and 55% LMG damage bonus. So every time we're using the Pestilence, we are starting off at 137% damage bonus total. Now looking at the gear talents, we do have Resourceful on that backpack and Unbreakable on the chest piece. For the defensive tab, we are over 1.5 million armor with over 200k armor on kill. We have 342k health and then 10% explosive resistance and normally the hazard, but we do have that one piece of yaw bringing us up to 20%. But the initial 10% is due to my watch level, and that brings me to my disclaimer for all my build videos. I am currently at shade level 4717. That means all of these boxes are maxed out 50 of 50. Now, if you are at or above shade level 1000 and you copy and paste my build, you'll get the exact same numbers and results. However, if you are below shade level 1000, some of these boxes are not going to be maxed out, so therefore, whenever you do copy and paste my build, some of your numbers might be lower. Now, I'm not going to say you have to be shade level 1000. I'm just going to say that I would recommend you reach shade level 1000 to get the most potential out of your builds. But if you can't do it, it's okay. It's still a great build to use. You're going to have a lot of fun. Trust me. But all right, that is it. This is my Pestilence build that I am currently using for the Golden Bullet event. I am also using this in PvP for Dark Zone and Conflict, and it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend you try it out. And yeah, if you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, please hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But with all that said and done, let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, and we'll get you out of here. Now, for this gameplay, unfortunately, I was in the living room with the kiddos, and they were watching Wreck-It Ralph while I was playing. So a lot of the gameplay was cut because I didn't want you guys listening to them screaming at Wreck-It Ralph and things like that. But nevertheless, I hope you enjoy the gameplay. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone, and I will be on Twitch. So come check me out. Peace out. Enjoy. And what do they say? Oh, yeah. Roll that footage. Yeah. Come on. Alright, now this is on Invulnerable, so I can show you the health damage. And we're sitting at 668. And remember, we have a majority of blue core attributes, and we have no golden bullet attributes. Now here's Invulnerable Elite, so you can see the damage to armor. And now we're at 795k for the Pestilence ticks. Now again, that's without golden bullet or anything. And yeah, there we go. So here's the build, and let's jump into the gameplay. Ouch, 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 ouch. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Come on. was just trying to get the chest, man. Come on. Yo, they nearly killed me. Pop my unbreakable and everything. Oh! Oh my gosh. I might actually die here. That's gonna be a good way. Hey guys, use this pestilence and die. Just playing. I'm just playing. I'm not gonna die. Just give me a second. Let my damage oh, there we go. Let my armor on kill do the work. Ooh, that's an exotic. Oh my gosh. Yo, what are the odds? Let's see. Eagle bear.
Hostiles detected.
Come on, come on, come on. What we got? Bloody knuckles. Die, die, die. Come on.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Shakalaka. Additional hostiles that are about to die. I'm gonna get this chest. Oh, here's the boss. And here goes the boss. Bye bye.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Go, go, go. Here we go. Hey, let that pestilence do the work for me, baby. Look at this. Boom. Boom shakalaka. Let's see if we get an exotic from the chest.
Landmark has been cleared.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Come on.
Protocol initiated. Now
Richard
detecting
Kaiser.
contaminated gear.
Exotic? No.
Rogue striker
Dang.
drone
Alright,
detected.
moving on.
To find a way to open that gate.
Golden bullet received. Golden bullet being assembled by hostile.
Oh, there's a 950 tick. So 950 is the highest I've gotten so far. Let's see if we can get higher. Keep it going. Go, go, go. Alright, 950 is the highest tick. There we go. 870 tick, 870, 950. Alright, keep it going, keep it going. We are just flying through
An area
this.
beneath you would increase security.
Ridiculous.
Isaac can't.
Alright. We're getting towards the end. Oh. Banshee. Every time you use the Banshee pulse, it should say that. Banshee! There we go. 874 on the ticks. Come on, let's see some higher ones. 950 on the tick, 1.1 mil. 1.1 mil. There we go. So I'm still hitting for over 1.1 million per tick. That's sick. That is sick. And that's with a whole bunch of armor. Get out of here. Ouch. Ouch. Why you hurt? Why you hurt so much? Yeah, I'm just gonna let that heavy just sit there.
Golden bullet.
Take out everyone else. It's on full stacks.
Hostile
950 per tick on it. Not bad. Yo, he like spawned outside of the door. What was up with that? Alright. Oh, nope. Behind me again? Where'd he go? Oh, there. Boom. Hey, and that's it. Let's go. Boss time. Bye-bye. Boss time. Come on. Come on. Look at that. It doesn't move, man. It's a laser beam. Might as well call this the Pestilence laser. Whoa. Dirty. I like this other boss because he catches a shot. Right. Hold on. I'll get him. Right there. Boom. Love it. Bye-bye, Jeremiah Ramos. Here we go. Last few. Pop it back. There it is. Easy.
Go on ahead back up.
Easy as cake,
Team from the
man.
campus is taking position
Cake.
inside the memorial.
Let's go.